So, what I wanted to talk about today was grounding. Because I don't know if you were in the group already or if you heard me speak end of the year, last year, I was starting to talk about grounding and or I was really started to talk about dreaming up our worlds. So I really felt end of 2021 that the energy was quite heavy. And I also really felt that urge, and I also got the message that it was really time for us to dream up the world. And now it feels as if it's time to really ground these dreams and these visions into the ground, into the earth, and create that new world and really grow deep roots into our Mother Earth. Of course, there are a lot of ways to ground. Of course, here we are going to talk about Jyutsu way. But one of the ways you can ground, of course, is like what I'm always doing is going into the forest, be with the trees. And I wanted to say, because a lot of people are touching the tree without asking like a permission or something. And one time I was in Portugal, and we were talking about touching the tree and how that could help and things like that. And then the guy with whom I was talking said, "Are you asking permission before you touch the tree?" And I was, no, I communicate with them. I ask, well, it may be a little bit strange, but hell, here in Holland, Princess Irene already did it like 20 years ago or 30 years ago. She wrote a book talking to trees. Everybody thought she was a little bit hoo-hoo. It's a beautiful book, so if you like to read it, go and read it. It's a beautiful book she wrote about it. And he said, well, do you ask permission? And I said, And then he said, yeah, you need to do that. You need to ask permission. And now I'm always, since then, so since 2019, I always ask permission before touching the tree. And there are trees who say no. So it was really interesting to me because I had never thought about it that way. And to me, it felt really good to ask that permission. And often they say yes, but sometimes they say no. So try it. Maybe you have the same experience as I have. So that's a way to ground. Another way to ground is there were a lot of trees down because we had a very severe storm in February. And so there were a lot of trees, really parts of the forest that were down. And then they had to cut off the trees because the trees were everywhere. So when you stand on top of the tree that is cut, that is really, well, I tried it because someone told me to do that. And I thought there were quite a lot of trees where it was possible to do that. So I tried several trees to really start to stand on them or on where they were cut. So they are really helping you to really ground even more. So that's also very interesting to do maybe one time when you encounter a tree that is cut. I always hate to see that, but this was the storm. So that made it for me a little bit easier because, when I see a tree that is cut, I can hear them like, yes. It sounds strange, but it is as if they are screaming. So I hate to be in the presence of that. So another thing that you can do, of course, is walking barefoot. And what I'm also doing is like eating, you can do it with your food when you eat like roots or food that grows in the ground, like a carrot or a beet, or food that grows very close to the ground. So one time I ate a lot of things that were not grounding, and I felt, I don't know, it didn't feel comfortable to me. So after 3 weeks someone gave me a book about a diet. I started to do that, and after 3 weeks I was like, I cannot work like this. So how can I solve this? Because I thought, oh, it is because of what I'm eating now. So I started to eat more things that were, so a lot of carrots, a lot of beets, and taking an extra cup of coffee to really start to ground myself a little bit more with food. So also you can do this with food. And yeah, of course, barefoot in the grass, and that brings me to, I don't know if you have the feeling sometimes too, but when you have been on your phone a lot or on your computer a lot, or you have an Apple Watch, sometimes to me I can really feel that kind of electricity in my energy field, and I can also sometimes feel that with my clients. When I feel it with my clients, I always say, go to the beach and walk very close to the shore, so your ions are getting back in balance again. And you can also do that with in the morning or in the evening when the grass is wet. Go on your barefoot through the grass, and then also your ions will be balanced again. And then that electricity kind of feeling in your energy field will go away. And I can often, so I can really feel it in my energy field now. So when I feel that, I often go to the beach, and when I do not have the time for that, I go barefoot in my garden and stand on the grass or walk a little bit through the grass. So this was a little bit outside the Jin Jyutsu, what you can do otherwise than Jin Jyutsu to ground yourself. And as said, we really want to ground in the energy that's coming from the heavens. And I always say, imagine, we have done it a lot here, imagine that light above you. For me, it feels really as if the energy from the heavens come down, and then when it's going through me, where does that energy go if it's not grounded? So if your feet, if you are not really deeply grounded, that energy is coming, and where does it go? So then it starts to float. And even in Holland we have a word for that, een zwever. I don't know if that is a word in English too, but the energy starts to flow and doesn't have a real direction. So the minute that you really ground yourself in, that energy that's coming from above can really go through you into the earth. And it's important to do that, to have that direction in your life, and to really ground in and manifest your dreams and your visions and ideas. And nurture and nourish those seeds, because that's what the earth is doing, of course. Without that nurturing and nourishing energy of the earth and the sun and all those things together, there wouldn't be food, but also a new idea, a new dream, a new vision needs to be really connected and grounded into the earth. So let's do that together. The most simple way for me to do that is an exercise we have been doing a couple of times already here, I think. And that's crossing your hands and placing them on the inside of your thighs. So that will be about 11 minutes to really ground in. And maybe you have a dream, maybe you have an idea. Why not imagine that for a moment, or maybe you know that dream, and let us ground those dreams into the earth and grow deep roots, so those ideas and those visions can start to really bloom and grow and come to fruition. So place your hands on the inside of the thighs. Simply place your hands like this. Very easy. And I'm going to sit, but I also love to do this when I'm in my bed. It's really comfortable, and you can also do this with only one hand. I have talked about this already quite often, and when you do it with one hand, I love to do it with my right hand on the left inner thigh. But maybe for you it's something different. So follow your hands, follow your intuition, follow your body, and do it with both hands or with one hand. And when you're sitting, place your feet on the ground. When you're lying, feel your body on the bed or on the couch, or maybe you're even lying on the ground. And the more you connect with the earth, for example, when you're lying on the ground and you are really connecting to the earth, even though the floor may be a concrete floor or a stone floor or a hard wooden floor, when you are lying there and you start to really connect with the earth and surrender to it, you will experience that even a concrete floor can start to feel comfortable. So yeah, exhale down the front, gently feel how the hands are on the inside of your thighs. Connect your hands. Feel how the inner side of your thigh is connected with the hand. Feel the area where they touch. And maybe you want to move them a little bit and see where the hands really want to land. So move them a little bit to the knee and a little bit up. Just let your hands discover and land. And exhale down the front, receiving a new breath up the back. And just let your shoulders melt. Feel how you can relax your shoulders and your arms and your hands. How the muscles become softer. And then imagine that light that's coming from above, that energy. Just invite that light or that energy into the top of your head and feel how it starts to spiral, to move through the head, clearing your forehead, clearing your eyes, your ears, your throat, moving through the shoulders into the arms, moving down through the chest, through the belly and into that pelvic area, and just let it arrive there and feel how it's landing in that pelvic area. Exhaling down the front, receiving a new breath up the back. And then that energy can move further from the coccyx into the earth, through the legs, through the knees, through the feet, into the earth, simply allowing it to move deeper and deeper and deeper. Allowing yourself to relax in this moment. Those 10 to 15 minutes just for you, and feel how that light starts to move deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper through the layers of the earth, the soft earth, maybe through rocks and caves and water, deep into the earth until it reaches that warm and nurturing and motherly fire inside the center of the earth. Feeling how that energy can really move through you from the highest of the heavens to the deepest of the earth, and from the deepest of the earth through the body back to the highest of the heavens. A movement, a continuous movement, anchoring in your dreams, your visions, your ideas. Really balancing that masculine and feminine energy, the yin and the yang. And just letting it move from the head to the toes, from the toes to the head. Feel how your body can maybe relax, starts to feel comfortable and warm, and simply experience what is happening for you. Is there a pulsation in your hands? Do you feel how energy starts to move? Is there tension in your body you can let go of? Just let the breath come and let the breath go. Without any effort. Just 15 minutes of your day to simply be. Exhale down the front until it reaches the tip of your toe. And when you're ready, you can let go of the hold. Allow your shoulders and your hands to relax even more. When you're ready, open your eyes. Thank you for being with me in this grounding exercise. Yeah, so whenever you feel that you are floating, or you feel you need a little bit more grounding, or you feel like, sometimes anxious, it's often also because there is not enough grounding and the energy cannot really move through the body, so it stays and it starts to do this in the body. So really important to ground. It will help you to let go of the things you really do not need, or that really are not very beneficial for you. And it's really, to me, I really think it's really important to understand that, to me, there is a connection between like Mother Earth and the mothers and the female and the feminine on that earth, in the sense that how we are treating Earth is often also how we are treating the women in the world. And I'm happy that it's starting to change, and hopefully there will be a better balance between that female and the male, because then there will be that real deep empowerment for both of us. So, but of course, this also starts inside of us, in that balance between the male and the female. So, really important to really appreciate that Mother Earth inside of you, to really appreciate the feminine inside of you. Also, maybe, although you maybe are a guy, and also for us to, when you are a woman, to really appreciate also that masculine part and find that balance. And this is also one way to do that, to really, to really have those, the feminine and the masculine, and really balance that. And the balance always starts in us. So this is a very simple exercise to really start to balance this inside of you. And I hope you appreciated it, and it was nice for you as it was for me. And thank you for being here with me. And I hope to see you next week. And let's see what's coming up next week for us. Thank you, and have a wonderful evening today. Bye-bye.